fellow noobsters, it is I, Gaming Noobster, and I'm really sorry that I haven't been putting out videos for the last 2 days. I was actually having some computer troubles, and I just recently bought a new case, and a fan, and a fan hub, stuff like that, just make the computer a bit more cooler, because it was running about 170s, 180s Fahrenheit, which is around 70 to 80 Celsius, I'm guessing. Not guessing, I think. Last time I checked, yes, it was around 70 to 80. But I recently got a new case. Well, I just said so. I got one fan, which I kind of regret buying now because it's a little too slow. So I'm probably going to go buy a new one. It's probably faster. But I can't hear a single thing right now. And it's like, what is it running? It's running about 138 Fahrenheit, and that's with like the case closed and everything, and that's like with no like input. Like my door, I have like a little door here, open or closed if I want to take it out or not. Right now it's closed. It's probably why it's a little hotter right now because there's no air being intaked. But yeah, right now I'm rocking a liquid cooling, a all-in-one liquid cooler. Not the best, but it's a CPU cooler, so it only helps for the CPU heat. I have two exhaust fans. I have one Corsair. I have one 120mm Corsair case fan, yeah, I guess. And right now I'm using it as an exhaust fan. I believe right now I believe it's going about, I want to say about 1,500 RPM. It's probably what it's going right now, if I'm correct. And my other exhaust fan is a Kingwin, the one I kind of regret right now. It is another 120 millimeter. It's supposed to run 950 RPM. Right now, I feel like it's really running about 750 RPM right now, and it's barely exhausting any like cold/hot air. But I am gonna get a new one soon, not like tomorrow, more like a couple days from now. And I have two intake fans, both Corsair again, because came with the case, obviously. But I have two Corsair fans, and I got this at Micro Center, if you guys know. And the cool thing, it was supposed to come with, for the intake, it was supposed to come with one 120 millimeter for the back, an exhaust fan, and then one 120 millimeter intake fan in the front. Since Micro Center's awesome, you know what they did? They gave me two 140 millimeter fans, intake fans, just for the front, and then the same one 120 millimeter in the back for an exhaust. But yeah, I love that. I'm glad they did that because it really helps out. Let me see. What is my system running now? It's running about 135. It runs 135 now with the door open. I still can't hear a single thing out of this thing. Like, I swear, I feel like the computer's not on right now, even though it is, obviously, because I'm recording. Yeah, so that's what I was doing. I had trouble with cabling, because I'm not 100% great at this, like, stuff. But yeah, so it took me about a day just to do the wiring, because I did it like late night. Like I started taking everything out and putting it in around 5 o'clock ish, and I was like, and I was tired. I was really tired that night. And then the next day around 3 o'clock again, I think, I was messing around with my old case. I was looking on how you turn on and off the power. I was like, there's like this plug. I plugged in and it worked. And then I finally figured out that the front port, like on, off, restart button and the enhance like fan button was supposed to go on like a different plug-in area than the one instead of the actual where it's supposed to go. One thing I didn't like about it, the USB 3.0 that came with on it on the top doesn't work, but it's okay because I My other case came with an extra like 4 USBs. My other case, my old case, came with 4 extra USB like in the front. So I took that out and I put that in, but I had to put it in the back because I couldn't reach the front. What the hell am I doing? Yeah, but that's okay. I mean, I barely use the front other than to transfer my videos from my camcorder, which I haven't done very often. Um, but yeah, let's actually see what case I got. Okay, so you can see that my case right here that I just got. It's a Carbide. It's Corsair, which is a really good one. I mean, I have a Corsair keyboard. If you can see that, it's a Corsair keyboard, light up keyboard, which I love. And then I have like a what is this? A Rocat Lua mouse. It's also awesome. Also awesome. But yeah, I got a Corsair case, a Carbide series Spec 02, the red LED mid-tower gaming case. It's a pretty big mid-tower. I think my case was like medium small or like small large, because it was like tiny compared to this thing. I mean, I could barely get it in my like desk. It retailed about 70, but I was lucky at my Micro Center to get it an open box, which is basically brand new. It's just someone took it out and they're like, I don't like it, and just put it back in. I was lucky to get about for $45 because of tax. That's including tax. But it's a really nice looking case. It has like a window on the side. It has good airflow compared to my other one. It was always running about 160 to 180 depending what I'm doing. It was like 160, like just doing like nothing other than just just doing this without the recording part, and it would be running about 180 if I were to watch some YouTube videos or something like that, which I didn't like because 180 is boiling point, and I feel like my graphics card and my liquid cooler are just gonna blow up, and I don't want that to happen. So I'm glad I got this. So now it's running about, well, actually, let's see. It's running about 135, a good stable 135, which I love. It keeps 45 degrees lower than the boiling point, which I love. It's not the fastest, it's not the coldest, but it works, which I like. And 135 is what the graphics card is running at. The actual computer, I can't tell, but it's pretty cold. Not cold. It's not like under 100. It's probably running, my actual computer, like the motherboard, and the motherboard probably, like the motherboard, yeah, probably the heat of the motherboard is probably around 120. It's probably around the same temperature, which is okay. But yeah, it has great airflow, as you can see right here, right that way somewhere. And let's just see the photos. Let me enlarge this for you guys. Okay, so this is like the front, yeah, thingy. The heck. Okay, there we go. So yeah, this is like the front, or this is a higher front side thingy. This is like the window part. It also came with like back end, like, sorry Mike. It came with like back end like wire management, but since my wires were quite short, I could only put like a little bit of them, but it looked much better than it used to. Before, it was just a huge clump of wires, so it's like this big. It was just like, it's like, I don't care. I'm just gonna stay here. Now it looks more free, and it looks more like a gaming build instead of just being like a huge clump of wires. You just be like being able to almost be set on fire, like it's just like bait basically. Okay, so this is like this, yeah. So it was basically only supposed to come with the, I don't know why I keep pointing. You can't see. It was supposed to come with the 120 millimeter LED, which was included. I'm pretty sure that was a 1,500 RPM fan again. It was supposed to come up there, go up there, and then there was supposed to be one on the back, same thing. It's red LED. It's LED too, actually. Here I don't think it's an LED, but I think they included an LED with it. Maybe it was an LED. I didn't know exactly, but it came with one here. It's supposed to be black, but it was red. or it was white, but it had like red LEDs. As you can see, the case is really open. Um, I'll put in pictures towards the back, or towards the end of the video. I'll put some pictures of what it looks like at the moment. It's not gonna look great because I don't want to take it out of my desk. Should have probably taken pictures while I was building it, or like a speed, or maybe I should have just put my camera up here and like had a speed build. So this is the part where I didn't like as much. Like the headphone and the microphone jack worked, but I don't use those because I just don't. I don't have nothing to plug it in other than this. But this, I have like a USB like sound card for that. But the power button works. Glad. The restart buttons. This is also what I didn't like. The circular thing you could probably see right there is supposed to restart the thing, but for me it gives two options. First option is to restart it, obviously. The second option is to either turn off your fans. Like if you hold it down, it'll turn off the fans, and if you press it like once or twice, then you held the button, it like boosts your fans to go full power. It tries to make them go full power to like quickly get them out. But I tried all I could to get it to do one or the other, and I'd rather have the fan boost, but it just didn't work. But it's still fine. I still like it. It's great. Fine. This is what it looks like with the on. I mean, yeah. That's pretty much it. This is what it looks like. Looks cool. So let's just quickly go through these since it doesn't really explain much. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. And this is what it could look like. This is kind of what mine looks like, except my liquid cooler's up here, as you can see my mouse, and then my exhaust fan's here, and then I have an exhaust fan here. Then I'll have an intake, and I'll probably buy another intake. This exhaust fan, or it could be an exhaust slash intake fan. It could be either, really. I'll probably put it as an intake down here because it works okay, but since I have two 140s, a crappier like 120 should work okay as an intake. And I'll probably buy like a good like exhaust here, probably another 2000 RPM or like a or 1500 RPM thing. So yeah. Let's see. Okay, sorry for that quick cut, but here we can see the contents and specifications. What the heck's Paget? The package contents, it's different for me, but actually no, it's the same thing. Good. So obviously the case comes with it. Accessory box with screws, zip ties, and other mounting hardware, which my open box came with, perfect condition. Warranty support information, it came with that too. I have a warranty for it too. It has compatibility for pretty much every type of motherboard there is at the moment. Yeah. And there's tons of fan mounts. It literally says tons of fan mounts. Yeah. You can see, I already told you about the fans, but let me just go over that. The front, you can either have two 140mm or 120mm. I have two 140 red LEDs. It comes with one. Mine came with two 140 red LED. I just said it. Top, you could put two. I have one. I have my liquid cooler up there, which it didn't fit, but thanks for like the holes there, I was still able to screw it in. I don't like you being in the shot, camera. But yeah, and then I have that crappier exhaust fan at the moment. It's doing exhaust. It works okay, I guess, for now. But I have that there too. It's a 120mm. It comes with two. Let's just not talk about the USB 3.0. No. I wish I can. With internal connector. Yeah, internal connect. That's what I tried doing. Okay, so it has a large side panel window, which I'll take pictures of that. Obviously, I'd love to do that. It has cable routing, and a CPU cooler backplate motherboard. cutouts. CPU cooler. Oh, yeah. Okay, I get it now. Okay, I remember now. 7 PCIe slots with rooms for long graphics card up to 426 millimeter long. I don't know how big my GTX 660 is at the moment. It's pretty long. I mean, it barely gets. It doesn't barely get it. Like, there's a good amount of room left. I think my graphics card is like a foot long. $5 foot long. But yeah, I think it's about a foot long, and there was like almost half to 3/4 of a foot left with the space, I believe, that I could put in. Or no, actually no. No, it barely fit, I think, because if you plug it in like that, I don't know, it fit pretty well. Let's just say that. You can. What I loved about this, there was a place for 3.5s, which is like regular HDD hard drives, or I'll just say hard drive. There was a spot to put up to 4 of those regular ones, and then it came with 2 like SSD normal sized drive parts, which I loved because I didn't have to put in one of those like adapters, even though I did have an adapter which I could put it in if I needed to, but it just makes it much easier. It's much closer to SATA cables. Came with dust filters, obviously, in a PCU intake. I obviously know what that is. That's pretty much it. Let's just look at the quick tech specs. Okay, you got 5 seconds to read this over. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so yeah, I'm not letting you read that anymore. And obviously, you know what's weird? My wallpaper for my Google looks almost the same as my like case. Okay, so thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you loved it, liked it. Later on, there will be some pictures of the actual case that I have at the moment, and hopefully you guys will like that. And yeah, so hopefully you guys would like that. And yeah, so pictures of, I need to turn this camera around because like I'm pointing left and to you guys it's pointing right. So when I point right, it points left, which I need to fix that. I need to like flip my camera somehow. Can I do that right now? Can I like flip that? No, I can't flip it, dang it. I can't flip it. Dang it. I wish I could flip it. It'd be much easier on me. I mean, I don't have to like point this way to go that way and this way to that guy. Okay, up, still up, and down, still down, obviously. But yeah, hopefully you like this video. Again, said that. And if you did, please give a like, subscribe, and comment. And pictures will be right after this face. And yeah, hopefully you guys like this. And goodbye. Noobster out.